Jack Catterall, I am devastated for you. So I've just finished watching the fight, Jack Catterall versus Barboza, and this is my immediate reaction. It's just I'm heartbroken for Jack Catterall, and not because of tonight. Because in all honesty, Barboza was brilliant. Like, I'm a huge Catterall fan. I watch all of his fights, and he's such a master of defensive boxing and such a master of controlling the range, making people miss, making people fall short, and then punishing that. But tonight, Barboza, he was so good with his feet. He would be planted on the floor, and then he would bounce in and out twice or one time, and then plant his feet again, and he kept on offsetting his rhythm, so it was impossible to know when he was going to dart in with that reverse 1-2, or occasionally throwing 3 shots. And Sonny Edwards in commentary was saying, I think he was bang on, like, it wasn't like Barboza was ever loading up with his punches or trying to hurt Jack Catterall, but he was just tagging him on the 3rd punch or the 4th punch. And I don't think Jack was hurt, but they're all scoring. So Barboza deserved his victory tonight. Although, if Catterall got the decision, I don't think any of us would have complained either. It was a super tight fight. But what upsets me and why I'm heartbroken, and I know it's crying over spilt milk, is Josh Taylor fight. Is the Josh Taylor fight. It's like Josh Taylor was an undisputed champion. He had all 4 belts when Jack Catterall fought him, and Jack Catterall won that fight. And he had his chance to be at the top of the mountain. As a little boy, I'm sure Jack Catterall would have dreamed of being a world champion, and the Josh Taylor fight was his route to that. And he boxed well enough to do that, and he was robbed of that moment. By the time he fought Josh Taylor in the rematch and he beat him, he didn't have any belts to win. And so he's had to go back the long way and try and rebuild himself up to world title contention. And this was for the interim WBO belt, so if he won this, he would have got a world title shot next, but he came up against somebody in Barboza who was so brilliantly disciplined to his game plan, so fantastically prepared for Jack Catterall's style, that he came up short. And I know for Jack Catterall it's going to be heartbreaking. Because it's one thing to be close to winning a world title and not quite be good enough. It's another thing to have comprehensively been good enough to win a world title and unfairly not been given that decision. And then to have to go on a path of rebuilding, which you're prepared to do over a number of years, and then to fall short, that's pain. That is pain, and that is disappointment. Of the likes that many of us will never know. Many of us will never dedicate and sacrifice as much to any one pursuit as Jack has to boxing. And so I'm just devastated. And at the end of the 12 rounds tonight, Barboza immediately ran towards a corner, climbed up onto the ropes and celebrated. And Jack didn't. He just walked back to his coaches. And it seemed like one of his coaches was trying to force him to celebrate. One coach even got down on his knees to try and lift Jack on his shoulders, and poetically he fell over in the process. And Jack Catterall knew, from that moment we could see, he hadn't won this fight. And again, I reiterate, if it had gone 115 to 113 Jack Catterall, I can completely see how that would have been the case. The rounds were very, very close. This wasn't a Johnny Fisher versus Dave Allen fight whereby the rounds were really obvious as to who the winners and the losers were. With this, every single round was hotly contested and it was hard to score. But on sheer volume and work rate, nobody can begrudge Barboza of winning this fight. If you're Catterall, I don't know where he goes from here. He's still a fantastic operator. And he has to believe that he's still good enough to win a world title. As I do, and I'm sure many of you do as well. It's just going to be a case of how patient can he be and how long can he wait. I'm going to do a reaction video to the whole fight later on this week. But for now, yeah, I just want to give my immediate reaction. And I'm gutted for Jack Catterall. But Barboza deserved this win. And he fought an unbelievable fight tonight. So, congratulations, Barboza. Jack, keep your head up. And we all hope you can come again. Let me know what you guys thought. Was it the right result? Split decision in favour of Barboza? Do you think it should have gone another way? Do you think that was the best of Catterall? Was there something you could have done differently? Yeah. Where do you think he should go from now? Let me know, guys. Peace.